said. So yeah, let's trek forward here. Here's another story that's it's a little on the somber side, but I think is obviously very relevant nonetheless. So we're getting a documentary for the life of Robin Williams, who obviously tragically passed away due to suicide. Let me just read it here. It's in a new documentary. Robin Williams' final days are explored by those closest to him, and details on a neurological disorder that plagued the entertainer are revealed. Um, so, uh, so it actually turns out that everybody just assumed that it was due to depression, things like that, why he committed suicide. But it
Mhm.
actually turns out he was actually suffering from a neurological disorder called Lewy body dementia that basically attacks his mind, the mind from all sides. And so I actually looked it up, and so let me give you the actual description of this specific uh, disorder. Um, so Lewy body dementia is a disease associated with abnormal deposits of protein called alpha synuclein in the in the brain. I think that's how that's pronounced. These deposits, called Lewy bodies, affect chemicals in the brain, whose changes in turn can lead to problems with thinking, movement, behavior, and mood. Lewy body dementia is one of the most common causes of dementia, which I actually did not know. Um, so so we're gonna get this doc, and obviously, Robin Williams, one of the most talented uh entertainers, I'd say on-screen comedians, I think, of all time. He gave us so much great work, and we don't often stop to think that these people are like, they're people at the end of the day, so they can
Yeah.
suffer from you know any number of things.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh my God, they're actors and actresses, they can't. It's like, no, like, they're
Yeah.
people,
And money doesn't buy happiness, even whether you have a lot of it, a little bit of it. It really doesn't buy happiness. Is particularly when you, um, you know, throw like a mental disorder, like a real mental disorder, like in the mix. So I mean, there's no one on the planet who doesn't have like a love like at least two or three Robin Williams movie. I mean, whether it's like Miss Doubtfire, that would probably be one of my favorites. Flubber, love Flubber, and then Aladdin.
Mm,
Like how the you can't argue with there's nothing bad you can say about any of those films.
yeah.
Nothing. If someone ever tries to criticize any three of those films, we might be fighting, right? You just don't
Yeah.
tarnish that man's legacy. So
Yeah.
this is going to be a really interesting documentary. I think people are going to learn a lot about Robin Williams, and but so suicide is a tricky thing, right? Because uh, for some people it tarnishes the legacy, right? Some people aren't as sympathetic to it as others are. I think, and again, I didn't know about sorry, what is this called again? The
uh, yeah, it's called the Lewy body
Lewy
dementia.
body dementia
Yeah.
syndrome.
I,
Is that
I
it's
should
called?
have just not prefaced it like that, but it's called Lewy body dementia.
Yeah, Lewy
LBD.
body
Yeah.
dementia. So I didn't know about that until I looked at this article, and um, again, some people are sympathetic to suicide. Some people are a little bit less understanding. For some people, it may tarnish an image or legacy. For others, it may not. Again, the more sympathetic people. So I think this will paint Robin Williams and like some of the things that happened in the later part of his years in a different light for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So and I hope his daughter, who has been like very public about the loss of her father, was a big part of putting together this documentary.
Yeah.
So there's so someone like close to him and who loves him was a part of the making of this,
Yeah.
and the story is not being told by just complete outsiders.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope that as well. And so yeah. Rest in peace, obviously, Robin Williams, and yeah, I can't wait to see the doc. It'll be good to, like, because sometimes things happen and you don't have answers for them, and it's not like this will provide any, like, you know like, it won't help us really sort of like come to terms with it anymore, at least I don't think. But it will at least shed a little more light on it than
Yeah,
sometimes some people pass and you're just like, I don't know what happened, and
yeah.
so So yeah, it'll be good to kind of see the stock and see exactly sort of what happened. Um, okay, so